Hey guys, welcome back to Legend Gaming. Today we're talking about Resto druid in dungeons. They're one of the strongest healers in game right now. There's a lot of talk with the new raids coming out that it's gonna be shaman, discipline, priest, all that stuff. But I think that druids bring a lot more utility to dungeons and stuff like that. Massive Tangle, Typhoon. As a Resto druid, you have uh, what's it called? Your Saul's Vortex, which is very handy when you need to control mobs so tanks can run away for, like necrotic pieces. Uh, with this dungeon, we did really well. We timed it by one, so that was really nice. But yeah, as you can see right now, I'm doing pretty well on heals. Like I said, druids are one of the best healers in the game right now, so they're a lot of fun to play. You know, they're a good start class if you want to learn the game. Because not only they heal, but they can do damage. They in two different specs and tank if you want to. But right now we're talking about druids as Resto, and like I said, they bring a lot of utility to the dungeon. Like I said, they got massive tangle, your assault vortex, and a lot of cool things with the Azurite gear, which a lot of people don't like the Azurite gear. I'm not a big fan of it either, but there's a lot of things that brings to the table, which is really awesome. Um, and you get an extra hot as a druid. You can do what's called grove tending, which gives your swiftman puts a dot on the target or hot on the target, uh, and it works really well. Like I said, you can see right now, group healing is pretty ridiculous as a druid. I don't know if you can see, but I have my healing meters too going. Um, but they're really good, and I think in the new raid they'll do pretty well. They won't do bad. Just kind of just depends on what the gear drops from there and stuff like that. And I'm hoping to get a video for the new raids on PTR testing eventually. But I haven't had a chance to get join any groups or so. Yeah, it's been kind of sucky. So I'm doing what content I have I can record right now. Let's see what else. Oh, they have bark skin and iron or something. What's the other one? There's another one you can put on the tank, which helps keep tank alive a lot longer. It's very handy to have. Um, but as you can see, like they do really well healing, and I mean seriously, I can sit there and heal in DPS if I want to. Uh, like you saw right there, where I was using my thing, but I don't remember. Yeah, I was using Sunfire and Moonfire this whole dungeon trying to help kill mobs. Because, like I said, if you got hots out on everybody, then you shouldn't have a lot to worry about. Like I said, the healing is pretty awesome as a resto druid, and they're fun. Like I said, and you got a lot of utility. And not only you got a lot of utility for the group, but you have a lot of utility for yourself. You can go in cat form and stealth path mobs, dash path mobs if you need to. Um, and on now that I've got some good healing trinkets, we can talk about those healing trinkets for Resto Druid. Right now, I'm using what I've gotten at a raid finder. Only way I could get trinkets to actually join raids. Um, but I got one that's basically I stand still, and as soon as I move, it releases healing. So that's a pretty handy trinket, but I got to stand still to stack up. The other one is basically it creates a tear. You go stand next to the tear, opens a thing underneath you, and gives you intellect. A pretty big boost. It's like 1,500 intellect, so intellect increases your healing. So, uh, other than that, like I said, they're pretty fun. You can see in this fight that there's not a lot of mechanics in this dungeon. The next fight was pretty interesting because I actually had my keyboard die while we were fighting the boss, but I was able still to keep everybody alive with my mouse, and because I can move with the two mouse buttons, and I have all my healing right on my mouse button, which I might actually one of these days do a review on this mouse. I actually really like it. I think it's a Razer Naga. Yeah, it's got 12 buttons on it, and I don't even have to worry about keybinds because down here on my bars, everything's labeled. Sorry, excuse me. Everything's labeled 1 to like 12 dash something like that. But I can just use all my spells right from my mouse, and I don't have to go down and click on anything. It's a lot better. And if you guys have any questions about my UI, I'm using LDUI, which is very handy add-on for World of Warcraft. It cleans everything up, makes it to where you can see the mechanics timers really well. Makes sure you can see right down here, right down there in the middle of the screen, it's right above my bars. I almost died there. But yeah, it's really good to use. So is Bigwigs. Uh, DBM is really good. I've been trying to use Bigwigs more because it's more accurate. But yeah, so like I said, Resto Druids are really good. I mean, you got Innervate 2, which is really handy. You basically can just go ham on hills when you click that, and none of your spells cost mana. So it makes it really easy when you run out of mana. If you need to get through the last part of the fight, yeah, that thing's pretty handy. And Tranquility, which Tranquility they changed is basically a hot now. Once you pop it, it stacks like 5 hots on all your targets. And it heals pretty well. I was testing it in Raid D earlier, and yeah, it heals pretty well. Pretty good healing output. So is oh my god, Wild Growth is basically an AOE hot. You just click it and it hits everybody with a hot. So and it heals pretty well. Like I said, those Azurite traits come into play. Now, if you guys would like me to go through talents, Azurite traits that you need running while you're in BFA, I mean, we still got a year on this expansion because they're not releasing Shadowlands until next year. That's what they're set. That's what they're expecting since they put 8.3 in January. They're not expecting Shadowlands to be coming out till December, which I hope it's out earlier than that. But if there's anything you guys like me to do video-wise, I'm trying to keep ideas going. I know I've been a little bit slack with videos lately. I need to start posting a video every day. Just keep videos up because I have the things to record videos and save them into a folder, and they're already there, and I can just go put them online. And I have this really cool editing software, which is really well. But again, off track. But yeah, so this is the dungeon as a Resto Druid, which is really good. The best race to use as a Resto Druid is Night Elf, but I'm a Worgen here because I'm trying to gear her up, and they don't do too bad. Worgens are pretty good. They just kind of look a little hard, but they put out pretty significant hills. But yeah, I'm trying to gear her up so I can take her into the Eternal Palace and do some videos for you guys there. What traits you want to be using, what talents. You gotta do a lot of research, but I use what talents off of ICB or traits ICB tell me to do, and a lot of time it's pretty spot on, and it's a pretty good tool to use for if you're running content. They pretty much tell you what you need to take as Azurite traits and talents. But yeah, so I'll let you guys watch the video for a little bit. I was thinking about talking to the whole video, but I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I can. Then we're not much farther from the end right now. Right now we got that's another thing good about rogues being in the dungeon too. We had a rogue who would go get the dog for us. Basically, if he can stealth and go get the dog, and like this dungeon changes every week of what mechanic is there is to, because the second boss, if you don't do that mechanic, you will face all 3 bosses, and it's just not a good fight if you try to take on all 3 bosses. So yeah, you have to do a mechanic to get 2 bosses active, and the other boss technically helps you out. But like I said, you see Resto Druid does pretty well in dungeons, and they're very easy to play. A lot of utility, a lot of self-healing. One coolest thing about Resto Druid is the fact that if you keep yourself, there goes my trinket, you see it 1, 2, and 3. I didn't hit him, but if I walk over to him, it gives me more intellect, and they can stack up, which is really nice. But you can see Resto Druids do pretty well in Mythic Plus dungeons. Besides, this is actually the part when my keyboard died, and I had to run manually with my mouse, which was funny. But I kept everybody alive. We survived the dungeon. We had like 4 deaths, which wasn't bad at all. There was a couple mistakes, but like right there. But we didn't die from this. There's just one extra mob pulled. You can see they do pretty well in dungeons. Like I said, they're one of the best healers in the game right now. Resto Shaman, Priest, I've played all of them. They're all they all have their niche and what they're good at. And disciplined priests are good at putting out damage. Uh, they can put out pretty good damage and heals through their atonement, because that's what they basically heal through. Um, but if there's any other videos like you think me to do, I'm gonna try to sit down and come up with a couple other ideas for videos for you guys. Slippery suds. And I don't know, but like I said, this is the rest of the Druid video, and I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, comment. I really need more of those. I don't have any yet. I have 3 subscribers, but nobody's commenting. Nobody's giving me feedback, and I love feedback, and I will take you guys' feedback and work on the things that you guys want to work on. Or if you guys are putting, I want this kind of video. I want to see this. I want to see this character in action, and I can do that for you guys. Because I have way too many characters in World of Warcraft. But there's also a speculation of the next raid. The best tank is going to be DKs for it, because they have a lot of magic damage absorbed. I might actually do a DK video after this. That'd be kind of cool for you guys to see. I'll go through talents and Azurite traits, which is one of the best ones you can take. Yeah, let's get my test set. So yeah, this part of the video, I was actually moving around with my mouse. Barely survived the fight. My bag was open. I hate when that thing opens. But yeah, we survived the fight and killed the boss. I didn't think anybody died during this fight. I don't remember. We're about to see. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he got close, but I was able to bring him back up because I was waiting for Swiftman. But yeah, as you can see, that they are really good group killers, keeping everybody alive, keeping everybody topped off. I mean, sometimes I got low, but this, I mean, for this week, I actually did really well in this fight, because this week is tyrannical, and tyrannical means that the bosses do more damage, and yeah, there's things that can one-shot people. I'm actually kind of surprised that nobody got one-shot in this fight, because, yeah, every week on tyrannical, this fight is ridiculous. It's like, one shot, you're dead. Like, right there, I almost died, but I got myself back up. Because like I said, you can focus on your self-healing, because you've got hots on everybody else, so they're still healing while you're healing. And also keeping yourself at full health, it triggers your Sarah's gift, which heals other people besides you for like 4% or something like that. But it's a really good. That's why I said Resto druids are really good healers. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, like I said, you can see we did pretty well around that fight. Like, even without my keyboard, I was able still to heal very well and keep everybody up and keep everybody alive. And we killed the boss. This part, it got a little rough right here too, because like I said, I was stuck. My keyboard stopped working, so I'm gonna get a new battery put in that tonight. But yeah, I might actually do another couple of videos tonight and post them up for you guys. But like I said, I would really like you guys to subscribe, comment, anything. If you come watch my videos, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps me. It helps me grow my channel, to do things better. To try to put content out that you guys would really like to see. Boss things in a nutshell I could do really fast. Most of the mechanics I know pretty well. I mean, for the raids that are right now, I've been researching a lot of new mechanics for the new raid, and it all seems pretty easy. It's just a lot of communication from your team. Everybody's got to communicate, and it seemed like for a while people got away from that. It's just like, oh, we got timers, we got DVM. No, you need to still call stuff out. Watch your timers. Let people know that, oh, this is about to count, so they go look up and check their timers, make sure they're not in that spot where they're gonna die. But like I said, Resto druids are pretty good, and also this week on Mythic Keys is raging. I had forgotten about this during the dungeon run, and I just remembered it right here. Druids can actually soothe in raging. It's actually a fix that you can negate as a druid, which is another, huge plus. Because a lot of the fixes you can't negate. You can't be like, oh, this is done. Pally and DK, I believe, can um, negate necrotic by using their bubble on a pull. Like if they're getting too high, they pop their bubble. Uh, they'll have to taunt, or Pallies will have to have. There's a talent that you can pick that once you pop your bubble, it taunts everything around you. DKs don't have that; they just have a bubble they pop. And they can put that bubble on if their stacks are getting a little close to being too high. They can pop that, and um, yeah, and then you know do mass entangle and run away and then drop stacks. But with that shield on, you don't get hit, so you could drop them. Like I said, another thing Resto druids are really good at is, if the tank needs to move, get out fast, they can mass entangle. They can use their yourself vertex. They can use a lot of things. Or you can actually drop into bear form and taunt if you need to. If a tank needs you to taunt on an enemy off them, you can drop into bear form, and if you're geared enough, you won't take that much damage, and you can hold it for a minute while the tank, gets clear of their stacks or whatever they need you to do. A prime example of that is in King's Rest. There's an actual boss that hits the boss with a backhand, and if they get hit by the boss while that dot's on, it will kill them. So you basically just have somebody taunt a druid, a deacon hunter, and then just because of the druid, you can dash away. So you can get pretty far away from the boss before any of that happens. So yeah, like I said, druids are very, very, very versatile in the dungeons, which is why I don't understand why people say that, oh, this healer's better, this healer's better. It's druids. I mean, seriously, they can do a lot of things that other healers can't. You can even spec into like melee damage. You can go cat moving, which is basically you heal and you do damage as cat. I like range better. You can do a lot of damage. I can pretty much do 10k if I'm fully geared druid. I can do 10 to 11k on a boss easily, no problem. And that's why druids are so powerful. But trying to think of anything else to talk while we finish up the video. This is the third boss. So we got one more boss after this, and then we have to go clear our trash. But yeah, if you're looking for a character to play, a druid's a pretty good character, very good starting character too. Because like I said, you can pick healing or 2 damage specs. If you like melee, if you like being up front and front, fighting with boss, avoiding stuff with the boss, you can do that. Or you can be a ranged player, which ranged is so much better because you can avoid a lot more stuff. Like right here, you'll see him. He'll do a shark spin. I think he does it. There we go. But yeah, as a range, you can just stand back and DPS. But as a melee, you have to run out. You can't stand in there. But as range, you can. But try to think of anything else to talk about. Movement speed increases. Just a lot of utility as a druid healer. A lot of things that make fights so much easier. Trying to figure what else to talk about. And like I said, it goes a lot into having the good right traits and stuff like that. And there's a lot of RNG involved in getting the right traits, which is so annoying. But they're talking about next expansion, there won't be so much RNG. You'll be able to pick gear that you get from your weekly chest and your in chest. Just making the system a lot stronger. And Titan forging and more forging going away, which is really annoying because you think about it, sometimes to do the best gameplay as a character in any spec or any part of the game, you have to have certain things. And if you have that gear but you need it to Titan forge, and you don't have that chance very often where things Titan forge for you, and you spend weeks trying to farm one thing because you need a Titan forged, it makes it a lot harder. I let the guy die. That was an accidental. But yeah, and you got rebirth. It used to be automatic in dungeons and raids, but it's not. It's not automatic resurrection, which sucks. You just stop cast it. Um, like I said, they have a lot of utility. They have a lot of things they can do. A lot of um, things they bring to the group that just makes stuff so much easier. Uh, you got innovate. You got your Cerebral's Vortex, which is very handy. Like I said, like especially really handy when like you have a bunch of mobs spread out. Like if you put your Cerebral Vortex and it reaches all of them, you can Typhoon and then it'll blow them all out of it and suck them right back in. So it'll stack them all right up. So it makes it easier for your people to cleave, multi-dot stuff like that. But they like I said they're very versatile healers to bring to a dungeon. And they bring a lot that they can do in the dungeon. Um, and here pretty soon, I think they're bringing back a few druid things that were taken out of the game a long time ago, like Mark of the Wild, stuff like that. They're bringing back curses for Warlock. I'm pretty excited about. So that should be pretty fun. But they're doing a lot of this substantial mansion that's going to make it, I think, a lot better. I'd like to see what we're going to transition from the Azerite gear to what we're going to go into. If it's going to be more Azerite gear, which would be, or it would be like, you know, maybe just regular gear, the way it should be. Not, oh, I have to get this 3 Azerite pieces and then I'll be a good healer. No, a shaman should be. Right here we had a few deaths, but we did survive. One guy died. We all survived. That also goes to telling you that you're gonna need grip to interrupting. If I would have been smart, I'd have took Typhoon so I could interrupt stuff. But I thought we had necrotic to deal with, which is really bad dot. A lot of tanks can't handle it very well at all. Monks are good at it. DKs are kind of good at it. Pallies, I don't know about Pallies. I've run with so many Pallies that just suck. But druids bring a lot of utility to the game, and they're a good healer. If you're looking to play a healer or a damage spec or a tank, they're one of the best. They're supposed to be increasing them this next expansion, I think, for tank side of it. So we'll see how they do. Sorry about that. But other than that, we'll see how it goes with the new expansion. I hope it comes real well. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys be good. Remember, this is Legend Gaming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And anything you guys like to see in content, just put it down in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching Legend Gaming.
Taller men than you have opposed me, but they always came up so...
Beware. Saber.
These scallywags with our heavy gun.
Beware.
Saber. The best yet.
Deck. Cannons! Blast these scurvy dogs to bits!
Beware.
Saber. A
Swamp
best
the deck
yet.
with their gizzards! Men! Acquaint these scallywags with our heavy
backhand. Thundering squail. Brutal backhand. Brutal backhand. Brutal backhand. Brutal backhand. Thundering squail.